Don't sleep on the strong survive. They're good.
I know. Does everything sound okay?
We got Sentinels versus TSS on Live Fire Strongholds. Casters, take it away.
All right. Wow, what a generous amount of support we just saw from the community. A level 13 hype train, Eli. We had 2 level 12s last week. Do we do 2 level 13s
Let's
this
go,
week?
Sentinels.
Nonetheless, the support from the community has been absolutely insane, as we have an absolutely insane series here. Sentinels cannot sleep on this TSS roster, who really surprised a lot of folks last week. Now, last shot with that standout performance, no longer on this squad, but now they work out they work out last shot for Breaking Shot, who I think is a great comp to fill in. Breaking Shot, one of my top picks for Rookie of the Year alongside the last shot. So excited to see how he fills in on this roster. TSS, can they take down Sentinels and keep causing upsets?
Yo, Star Wars Lair, thank you for that sub. I appreciate that so much. Happy 16
ceiling
months.
gun skill players that we see.
Up,
I mean,
Halo?
Mortally finished top 8, and I think all 3 of the FFA tournaments. Super CC won one of the FFA tournaments. Breaking Shot has been blowing our minds since he first showed up on the stream back in last season, and cherished kind of the glue of this team. So when I look at this matchup, I'm like, okay, Sentinels, obviously some of the best players in the world, but what really separates them is their discipline. They know how to play through situations, just use good communication to work well with one another, play through different scenarios. And if you're on the side of TSS, that gun skill might not be enough. You're going to have to also play these situations as good or better than Sentinels, and that's not easy to do.
Hat at Worlds, honestly. I think about that every day, but they just came out with a really cool jacket.
On that sniper rifle, did not fall off of the drink. Instead, falls in the hands of Super CC as they claim C and B.
I want that, and I want the space station.
Sentinels go 3 down. Boo Boo Doo Boo. Do you want to push out, overextend? Yes, he does. And that's going to cause a little bit of a disadvantageous spawn situation here. Split spawns, I would expect, especially for Sentinels here. And they're going to continue in the blender as Super CC finds another slay on Lethal. TSS are going to secure the trip.
You like the new sniper look?
Not quite. The spawners did show up on the turbine side, and Super CC is aware of it. Gets the spawn snipe on Lethal, who he just killed bottom tower. Lethal denied access to playing the video game for the last 20 seconds straight. And that is a big part of why they've been able to roll here. Didn't really matter that they weren't able to cap A in that moment. They maintained B and C, but finally Lethal able to play the video game, now gonna capture B, and suddenly Sentinels in the lead. But right now TSS looking very impressive.
I'm actually surprised that TSS didn't get more time. I thought they had enough slays to at least reach maybe the 60-65 mark, but instead Sentinels cut this lead in half with the clutch capture on B. Now A and C have gone into the favor of TSS. They look to continue the scoring once again. C going in favor of Sentinels, and you have Mortally on the backside of A looking to set up for this next camo with the slay on Boo Boo Doo Boo. It's going to make it a foregone conclusion for them. They're going to take it rather easily, it looks like, as Mortally
there should be drops.
enough time to dip back and delayed pop that camo, albeit by a couple seconds, but he's going to have
if you don't see them, and if you don't see them, then I can just reach out and get that fixed really quick. But there should be drops on for everybody.
In control, which means Sentinels have to move on the map. They're going to have to make their way to either B or A if they're going to try to get control here.
Perfect. I have to update the command after this series. I will.
Predict what
I was running a little bit late this morning, and I really wanted to watch this series. So after the series, I'll go in and I'll update the command about everything.
Getting the killing spree. Already has 8 kills to his name. And if he can hold this push off a little bit longer, TSS will continue to rack up the lead here.
TSS looking no worse for the wear after losing the top free agent in the HCS pro scene.
Come on, Sentinels.
It's Mortally and the rest of TSS with a darn near trip cap right there. Instead, B will flip into favor for Sentinels, but you have this split capture control here of A and C, and it's almost forcing these split spawns for Sentinels. They have not been able to push off their back foot very well. Could do a lot here to claim A, as looks like Mortally going to lose that piv against Boo Boo Doo Boo. He wins A because of it, and now Sentinels has their best look at capturing control of A and B. As 4 go down for TSS, they could even extend to these dummy spawns that TSS are going to get and look for the trip cap here on C. That's exactly what Boo Boo Doo Boo's doing.
Hi, Butter.
We've seen time and time again, these early leads can evaporate if the other team gets in control and start rolling in their favor. It's the first time we've seen Sentinels have control of the map. They played through their process, eventually got there, but props to TSS.
Let's go,
kind of keeping
Sparty.
it in the blender as long as they did. Now the question is, can they themselves get out of the blender and get back into control? So far,
are you serious
mostly
right
kills
now?
Trading out here.
Thank
it's not
you
gonna
so
be
much.
until
You didn't have
kills
to do
go
that.
heavily in the
Holy
favor
shit,
of
thank
TSS,
you, though.
which
I
they are
appreciate
right
you.
now. It's actually 3 dead
That
for
scared me.
Sentinels.
Oh, I don't have my
TSS
sound
still 4
alerts on.
alive.
And Sentinels continue to push forward even when they don't have numbers advantage. A little bit of an overextension I'm sensing from them is they don't have the numbers, but they do have the push. I like the aggressiveness out of Sentinels, but the strategy has been a little bit more sound here for TSS as Sentinels are able to start scoring just moments
It's
ago,
one of those
but they
ones,
go
but I don't
3
know which one
down.
it is, so I hope I have them up
As
right.
TSS regains
Thank
control
you
of
so
B
much.
and C, but with
I love
Sparty
you. Thank you.
locking down
I
that A
appreciate you.
sandbag
That was
side of the
really
map.
cool.
That should
Thank
give
you.
Sentinels back A as they do, in fact, capture
Thank you,
that. If they
thank
can score
you.
the camel here,
I'm
we
so
could
excited
see
for
a
that
strong
Hydra
stretch of
tournament.
scoring here from Sentinels
Woo.
as Sparty has a strong life killing spree.
For those of you
Should
that don't know,
help
there will
earn
be a Hydra
this
tournament,
next camel we
a
saw
ladies
go in
draft
favor of
tournament. I
TSS.
believe it's
Looking to disrupt things
this
on the cut
Sunday.
is Cherish, but he goes down. It looks like 3 go down for
Completely
TSS. That will
randomized.
give camo to
I'm playing in
Sentinels,
it. Hope to
and they're
see you
right
guys
back
all
in this,
watching.
down by a count of 60. It looks
Generic is someone
Just
who helped put
40s
that
right
together
now.
with Hydra,
I
which
know
is
we are
phenomenal.
on very
In the
low
Women of
resolution
Halo.
display.
So make sure
It's
that
not
you
that
guys
bad
check
at
that
math,
out.
guys. Don't worry. It's just 6 looks like an 8. But
I'm trying
regardless,
to be calmer today. Can you guys tell? I'm trying to be like,
we've got
relax,
what looked like a strong push for Sentinels, but look at
scream.
this. TSS
It's
come
gonna be a
off their
chill day.
spawn and
We're
immediately
not
get
gonna
2
scream
dead.
today.
I don't know if that camo player was able to
We're
get much
trying.
value, but Sparty's having a good game so far, 15 and 9.
Okay, Sparty's having a good game.
Only able to get 2 kills this game so far. He's been a
Anyways.
part of a lot of kills with 7 assists to his name, but you gotta imagine,
You know, maybe
player like
because
Boo has gotta
Sparty
start
is
catching some
playing.
fire if
You know
they're
how
gonna
Sparty
pull
lately
themselves
he
back
talks like
into
shit
this
to
game.
Sauce.
TSS about to hit that
In his
150
life.
point threshold, meaning he only needs
He
another
brings
100
out shit to
points
Sauce.
to win the game.
Shit, the
And
Sauce is watching
Sentinels
you,
have been
Sparty, and I
playing
need you to
off
do
their back
great.
foot for quite some time this game. Boo
You know,
though finally gets that,
that really
double
hurts
kill,
my like throat.
waking
Honestly,
up
my
just a
throat
little
kind
bit,
of
gonna
hurts
wake
right
up
now.
his
I've been
squad in
ripping
the
a pen
process. He's gonna
lately.
finish this cap point on B. They're gonna try to predict this next set of
So that's
spawns.
probably why.
Yeah, you talk about that standout performance from Sparty sitting at 15 kills,
Sparty,
but
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
more
whoa, whoa, whoa.
impressed with the grouping from TSS. All at about 3 to 4 kills separated, and the deaths are all the same, 9, 9, 9, 8, now 10.
Let's
so
go,
it looks like to me,
boopity
Eli, when you
doopity.
just kind of break that down quickly, everybody's playing their 25% for TSS, but for now, 100% of their squad goes down as Sentinels have regained full footing here with the trip cap A, B, and C coming right back in. It's still down by that 40-second mark, despite the strong
play with the
stretch of
QT
gameplay
on
here.
this map and
But if they
think
can
I'm
extend
badass
this
like
one out,
that,
they
but
can
I'm
very
not.
well tie the
I just,
game
it's
up.
mostly
If not
me
for
just
ANC
bouncing back
flipping
and forth. I
and 3
don't really
going
hit
down
my
for
shots.
Sentinels.
I
They're
just
not
feel
going to
really
clutch
cool
up.
when I use it.
Wow, it looked like they knew the spawners were in A, decided to elect to collapse on the spawns to add some extra pressure, keep control, but breaking shot able to cut off Boo Boo when he tried to take the portal back safely to B. Was there to stop him, and now he's putting that sniper to work. He's still got 4 more bullets left in the clip, and we know what this man can do with it. He's gonna get 2 assists. That's 3 dead again for Sentinels. It looks like they're going to choose to leave A open. They're just going to hold BC, let Sentinels spawn in the A side, and try to stop them from getting out. I love
Come on,
this
Sentinels.
decision out of TSS.
Proactive positioning here from Breaking Shot
Come
as he
on,
rotates his
Sentinels.
way
I have a
towards the
salad
C-side
next to
of
me.
the
It's
map,
taking
using that
everything in me,
sniper
not
like
to
a
eat a
shotgun.
cucumber.
In close range combat, as Breaking Shot dips away down to 50% shields, does not get chased. I thought maybe we'd see a chase there, but it looks like
Don't
one
judge
supporting,
me.
maybe even 2 or 3 supporting players on B. Smart non-chase there from Sentinels. As TSS looking to regain the lead with the capture on A. Yeah, Breaking Shot here just cycling all around the
No
map.
ASMR
And it doesn't seem like
sounds
Sentinels are able to get an eye on him until now. Not before going 2 down, 2 go down for TSS. Even gunfight for now with A up for contention. But that goes to TSS. TSS are winning all the 50-50 battles, Eli, as they head into the 200s, up by a full minute on Sentinels.
It's
Dude,
not going
I
to matter
love
for long,
Halo.
though. Lethal getting this camo at the perfect
love
time. They were
watching
actually
Halo. I'm
okay
in a
with giving up a
toxic
stronghold,
relationship
knowing that
with
if they get
Halo.
the camo, they can
It
use that
beats
to
me
flip the
up,
map back in their favor.
and I
That's
love
exactly
it.
what they do here. Now Lethal runs out of the camo. It's just going to help his teammate cap
Except
A,
for
and they're going
haven't
to
played
try
in
to
like 2
stop
days.
this
I'm proud
next
of
round
myself.
of
I decided to
caps.
take a break, but
They might actually
you
give
know what's
up
gonna
C now
happen
that
is
the
I'm gonna watch
Valkyrie
them
goes
all
down.
day,
They recognize
and I'm gonna
we're
think
better
that
off
I'm
just
like them,
protecting
and I'm
what
gonna
we've
get
got.
into
Lethal gets
matchmaking,
caught
and
in
I'm
that
gonna
grenade
think
throwing
that
animation.
I
That's
am
what loses
like,
him that fight.
I'm
Pretty
gonna
close to
think that
winning
I'm
it.
boo boo doo boo
3
today.
dead now
I'm
for
gonna get in
Sentinels, though,
matchmaking
and
and have a
all of a
repulsor and
sudden
think that I can jump
TSS
all
getting
over the map
closer
with a
and closer to
sniper,
victory.
and I'm
I
gonna
had
get
the
shit on, and
exact
I'm gonna be
same
very
first thought.
upset.
Had Lethal just went 1v1
what's gonna
straight
happen
up
to me today. What's gonna
gunfight,
happen
you
to
would have
you
won that
guys?
outright. He had the clean
when
4
did I
shots
start
in a
playing
row, but
Halo?
just got
I
too
started
far
playing
down in the
Halo
fight after throwing that
maybe like 3
errant
months
spike grenade.
after Halo Infinite came
TSS
out.
looking
I
at the
played a little
finishing
bit of it,
touches
and then I
on
wasn't
game
really.
one. This feels
I
like
didn't really like it too
upset
much,
alert.
and
Get
then
your,
I
alert emotes
played a
in
bunch
the
of
chat,
Fortnite,
TSS
and then I went
putting
back
one
to
on
Halo.
Sentinels.
One of my
For now, only
coworkers
one
told me
left
to play
alive for
Fiesta.
TSS. That's Morley. But
So I
Morley
went
gets that
back
last part in standing
to
play.
Halo
So instead of staggering
and played
out for
Fiesta
TSS,
on Halo
he's gonna
Infinite,
quick
and I
get
liked it a
them
lot,
off the
and
front
then
foot,
I
off their back foot. Sparty,
went
1
back and
HP
started
and C,
playing
but
like
look
the
at the pressure
campaigns, and
coming
then I
along the
started
net
doing
side from
multiplayer on
TSS.
like
They
Halo
clean up
2
the
and
hill.
3.
2 more go down and cherished.
But I started
Should
with Halo
secure
Infinite.
2 hills and the scoring once again for TSS.
I've done all the campaigns except
So
for
they're
Halo
not really
5
sure
and
where
Halo
Lethal is.
Infinite.
Looks like Lethal's
I
trying to
haven't
make
done
an
Halo
opening back
Wars,
B. He does enough damage
and
for
I don't
Sparty to
think
follow
that
up on that kill. He's going to
I think
try
I'm
to
part of
capture B, but he's
ODST, but I don't
facing
think I
heavy
finished
grenade
ODST
fire.
yet.
Looks like a member of TSS able
Halo
to
2
take
is
him
my
down
favorite. I
and
love the
reset
story
B.
of the
That's
Arbiter.
massive. Only 20 seconds and TSS could steal this
Like,
game.
I love the Arbiter.
Lethal, last player alive, and with
I wanna
only
play
20
as an
seconds
elite
left,
in
he's going to be
Halo so
forced to
bad.
desperate and overextend. He goes down because of that
Whenever I go back and I
situation.
play
How
co-op
often
with
are
my mans, I'm
TSS
always the
forcing the
elite.
hands of Sentinels? These are some of the best decision makers in the world on this team for Sentinels. But TSS, more often than not, they're not even giving them a choice. They're manipulating and dominating these spawn points. As Sentinels has been in a damn near blender, it feels like, for the entirety of the match. 246, 164. As Sentinels will stay alive in game 1. TSS needing just 4 more seconds. Another 4 down for Sentinels.
go,
Will
Sentinels.
spill.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
unfortunate. 1 drops. Looks like we lost Sparty. As we'll have to figure out how. So 246 to 160 at the time he dropped, I believe.
They're probably just going to call it.
I'm going to leave that one up to the admins, Eli.
Oh boy. So
Hopefully they just call it and just
man,
say no.
if TSS was capping at the point of the lag out, I guarantee you Sentinels just says, all right, you got it. Like, you just needed 4
I think
seconds.
that could be the case.
But the thing is, Sentinels just flipped the whole map in their favor. So you could make the argument they were about to go on a run in that moment, and we're going to accumulate a ton. Like, Sentinels had the stepping stones in action to close out that game with a victory if they just
That's
held
what I
on.
think.
So as we see,
Sorry,
this
I'm
is,
like eating. I don't want to chew in the mic because why would I give people free ASMR sounds for free?
Well,
you know what I'm saying,
TSS
man?
was
Trying
about
to
to
keep it
cap
real.
A, so I don't know. But if Lethal gets this kill right here and they can get into B, then it's a totally
But
different
yeah, I
story.
think
Like,
that
now
they're
that I see
probably-
TSS was
it was like 4
capping A,
seconds.
it's a
I would
little
be
bit different. So
surprised.
Sentinels might actually give this win away.
Yeah, I would be surprised if they didn't just like give
yeah,
them
we
the
saw
win.
a couple members dead, but the problem also is as the player was lagging out, that changes the play, because if that player was lagging out a little bit before what we just watched, you know, that means that he was out of the play sooner than we realized. He could have made an impact on that previous play to stop the A cap. I don't know. The players usually in this situation, the admin comes in if necessary, but the players will come to some form of agreement. If the players cannot come to an agreement,
let's see
that's
what,
usually where
the
the
LVT
admin
chat's
comes
saying
into
right
play.
now.
So we'll have to see if there's some discussion in the chat about how to manage the situation, but for now we're gonna wait.
Well, it looked like to me TSS had a
What is Jesus Christ loves all of
80-second
you.
lead. So I guess they might need what? They'd have 170 to 0. They'd have a. No, that's not right. That's not right. I'm not sure exactly
know,
where
I
this
feel
one's
like they
gonna
would
go. We've seen pros in the past though, Eli. A lot of sportsmanship. We see a lot of body
would just give it to
disrespect in Halo,
them.
but a lot of
I
sportsmanship.
don't know.
As
I'm not a
well.
pro though, so don't listen to me.
Curious to see what these two teams
Don't
will
fucking
decide.
listen
Sparty
to the
previously
thing
lagging
I'm saying.
out.
I'm not a pro,
Saw
but I would
A flipping in
just
favor
give it to
of
them.
TSS that would have won them the game 250 to 165.
But I also know
we're gonna
that
have to
Sparty
wait
is a
for
very
official
confident
word from the
player,
admins.
and if he thinks that they could
Yeah,
have
we'll
a
see
turnaround
shortly here. I mean,
he would stick up for
definitely
his team,
plays
which I think is really
TSS's
admirable. I will say at
disadvantage if
Worlds,
this does have to be
out
a
of all the
reset.
teams,
I mean,
he was
they
like
just had to win
one of the only
more
ones that I've noticed where something was
situation
going
to
wrong.
close
He was
this
like,
game
"Yo,
out.
this is fucked up. Let's
So
fix
we'll have to
this."
see. Doesn't look like there's any chat right now in the lobby between these teams. They could be also communicating via Discord instead of game chat. Not really sure, but man,
Yeah, I think
this is going to be an exciting series no matter what. It looks like we are moving into...
Yeah, they're just gonna go to rank Slayer. Yeah, they're just gonna give it to him.
Slayer on recharge, and Boo Boo Doo Boo is the party leader. So I think the decision was made to just give them the win. It's
Yeah,
also,
they should just give it to him.
like, when you're the team that lagged out and you're the one that like would be gaining an advantage from a reset, you kind of feel guilty. So that's good sportsmanship on their side. You know, if it was the other way around,
think it is
you
too.
know, the conversation could look a little different, but it looks like we're just going to move on to game 2.
just really makes me think, Eli, every time I watch a tournament, regardless of what game it is, this happens, right? Life happens.
Yo, we did predictions last
to see
time.
developers and publishers,
should I do a prediction?
develop a
chat. Should we do one?
Like
who wins
mid-match
game?
sequence
Isn't
starter or
this game
something
too?
like where you could input on the score, and this still wouldn't give you a
Sentinels
pure
or
reset, but if you
TSS?
could just input what the score is with how much time is left. It sounds really easy, right? The
2
gamers
minutes.
really
No,
come
it's
up
so
with these
hard.
ideas. It sounds easy, right? But I'm sure that would
It's
take
not.
6 months, 6 months of dev work with 6 different teams all contributing to that. So, like you said, it's just not as easy as it sounds. But fortunately for us and the fans at home, Sentinels are going to give TSS that game 1 victory, and the upset alert is ringing. Sentinels needing this game 2 to avoid going down 0-2 to this upstart TSS roster. Let's hop on board here with Booba Dooba.
And it's a 3-kill advantage immediately
Dude,
for
there's so
TSS.
many
Not
people
only
going
that,
for
but Super CC's got
TSS.
the camo, and now the shock
Come on,
rifle.
Sentinels.
Looks like Sentinels are aware that this is what you would go for. They try to contest him. They do take him down, but that shock rifle is going to sit in the batteries. One of these players definitely going to try to grab it before it despawns. Booba Dooba understands how
Yeah, I
fast
would
that
have been
despawn is.
surprised if
Immediately
they
goes in
put
to
up a
grab
fight
it.
on that. I just
And he
feel
knows
like
that this is an important tool to keep his team in this. He's going to face heavy pressure, though. TSS
assholes
know
They're
that
like,
he's there, and they're trying to shut him down immediately. They do that successfully. They've already built a 6-kill lead.
And I love how TSS used the prioritization of opponents to dismantle Sentinels there. They occupied that gold space, knew that Booba Dooba was the player number 1, most important player on Sentinels to take down, and they dismantle the Sentinels roster team of 4. And now Mortally has the shock rifle in his hands. 3-8 as Sentinels have not been able to find their footing after a game 1 victory pretty convincingly in favor of TSS.
Mortally kind of re-challenging the situation too many times. Never able to get his shields back. Does eventually get taken down. The gun is going to trade hands back into Booba Dooba's hands. Sentinels, you can see they've changed the strategy. They've elected to just run together, overpower this TSS roster by sheer force of numbers. Now, understanding where TSS was likely to spawn or play out of, they're going to apply some pressure on this side. At the same time, I have to imagine there's another 2v2 happening on the other side. It's Falcated and Lethal winning their 2v2 fight. Now the Booba Dooba and Sparty versus Breaking Shot and Cherish. Sparty kind of overextending, finds himself killed, and Booba's going to back off. Very smartly played by Sentinels here.
Booba Dooba and Sentinels are back in the mix, and
I wonder if there's still observer glitches. Does anybody know?
Booba Dooba has it in a precarious spot, though, a little bit out in the open. Has teammate support here from Sparty.
Boo!
He's not going to need it just yet. Now he will. The push comes in from TSS. There's that bait and switch there from Sparty. Well timed, but Booba Dooba with low
like,
shields. He's not going to be able to engage in the gunfight. Now he's got to watch his back.
He's like, I gotta fucking get out of here.
Pushing through, but no, it looks like Booba Dooba will claim gold and the shock for now. Sentinels up 1. This is their best chance to get a few more slays and a few more kills and separation here of TSS.
Very interesting the way this is played so far. It's been 2v2s happening on opposite sides of the map instead of 4v4. We see Ubu and Sparty often fighting situations together while Falcated and Lethal go off on the other side. We know how powerful Boo and Sparty have been in 2v2, winning multiple 2v2 tournaments in the off season. And they've really put that on display here. It's now a tied game, though. 13-all, and Boo doesn't have his 2v2 teammate with him here. Not sure where Sparty is at the moment. He's not going to need him. He's able to trade out in that moment and expect the rest of Sentinels to make sure they get control of this gold side, as Sparty does just that.
There's Sparty working his way through the mid-map now towards long haul as he earns the double kill and a 1-kill lead here for Sentinels. This one has been extremely close. Not at 2 as Sparty drops. Takes a 1v1 against Mortally. Hitting his shots through the shroud screen. Great predictive awareness there from Sparty. Takes down Mortally to 1 HP, and Sparty's going to take that win in positioning because of it. Love how he didn't chase for the finish. Instead, just wanted to regroup with the squad, get the positioning advantage.
I hope you're having
because
a good
of that, they have a +1 net outcome after that sequence. 19-17, this one's still close.
Wow, and Boo-Boo's got the shock once again, but you're exactly right. That was all a positioning play. Just push that player back. If Sparty chases that kill into C, he might actually spawn his opponents closer to his teammates. Elects to just leave that player in C and regroup with the squad.
Yo, it is like
Boo-Boo gets taken down, and he hasn't been able to be as effective with the shock as his squad would like him to be. Usually he's the guy that's going to be an anchor player and shut down the other team.
You guys, I have
Boo-Boo kind of being shut down himself.
Don't let me forget
so far this game.
I have this prediction over here.
It's like Falcated's going to move very aggressively across the map. Maybe the camo is still on the ground there. Not sure why else Falcated would launch himself through the middle of the map in that way. he gets taken down, and TSS suddenly with a 3-kill lead here.
That means you, John. Don't let me forget
TSS
that I have a prediction running in the LVT chat that I have to pick the winner after this game.
Positioning on the side of A, but he gets flanked up the elevator.
Yeah, it's like
and
sunny
back to the
out and stuff. I have my window open and inset going, just kind of like chilling.
And TSS are going to build back on that lead, now up a killing
A lot of natural lighting
and
today.
Sentinels are going to have those back foot spawns on C. How do they find a way out? Boo-boo-doo gets the opening break slay. That's huge. Helps them with shields and numbers disparity, but Breaking Shot finds a slay on lethal, all while 1 HP. Look a little bit like Frosty, so famous for disengaging 1 HP, but still getting slays. Breaking Shot does just that, as he retains control of gold
do the drop
and
command.
his 4-kill lead for TSS.
I literally said after this series I was gonna update it before you got here. I didn't do any of the commands today. I'm a bad streamer today.
To propel them into the deeper parts of the winner
I have a tweet up though that says what it is, but I don't know how long it is. I think it's 90 minutes.
Finally gets taken down, but they've just kind of had the upper hand. It seems like they're catching Sentinels off guard in a lot of situations. Sentinels the type of team that has a very strong process. They know how to play when they're in the lead, but TSS has just been counterplaying them in so many of these situations. Look at this. They've got a 3-man push. Breaking Shot's going to link back up with them with the shock rifle, all in long haul now. Mortally somehow finds a kill on Sparty.
I wish I could read to you guys what Womp just texted me, but I can't.
Absolutely popping off now, 10-5 in this game.
TSS up 2 possessions, 2 team wipes needed for Sentinels to come back, and they're starting to run out of time. And Slays on the map, but for now they do find 3. Mortally the last player alive at the back of C. He's going to escape with his shields and his life. Camo's up now, but it almost favors TSS spawning there on the blue side of the map. Going to use that shroud screen, interestingly enough, on the stacks instead of on Camo, but Breaking Shot still steals it, and now TSS could go on a stretch run finish here with the Camo.
Looks like Falcated able to take out Breaking Shot. I think that might have actually been the Camo player. So the rest of TSS, the rest of TSS are going to back off. Lethal just kind of holding this part of the map. This is such a powerful position on this map. You can see so much of it. You see him continuously rotating back. Because of the pressure they've faced from TSS, he's kind of paranoid about his back, right? He's like, these guys are playing super fast. They might be sneaking up on me, so he has to keep checking. He's also doing this because it also increases the odds that he gets first shot. If he's just sitting there staring at the long haul, you know, the opponents could get first shot. But look at this, the collapse comes through from Sentinels.
Did you really just figure that out? That's what I was trying to look for, but then the LVT chat for the mods was going up. I'm getting so psyched.
And I think Sentinels knows where they're going to spawn. They're going to collapse in back on them. Lethal recognizing teammates aren't quite here yet, so he's going to slow his push down. Such an important piece of awareness to be successful in Halo. He does see his opening. He finishes 1 kill, tries to finish another, but all of a sudden it's Sentinels rolling. They've brought this within 1 kill now.
The Sentinels have the comeback. The Sentinels have the ice, down multiple times in this game by 5+. Now it's tied 40-all. Sparty with the shock in his hand, looking to separate from this TSS roster.
Is it weird that I can snipe better with the bolt than the regular sniper rifle?
Instead wants to go toe for toe.
What do you mean with the bolt?
TSS find 2, 43-41. They find Sparty and take him down. Regain the lead up 3. That shock rifle's going to head back to its respawn screen up at around the 323 mark. Might be something to keep an eye on.
Sparty finding himself in that awkward position, gets taken down, but there's another fight breaking out in long haul. Falcated gets the kill on Super CC, but not before CC gets a kill on his own.
Sentinels.
Falcated finding the double kill. The last 2 members of TSS here. He tries to position himself by the box. Isolate the angle on one opponent so he can't be shot by the other.
Oh, man.
Sentinels go in for the kills, but TSS only need 1 more to finish the game.
Oh, you guys gotta play.
To sneak away, but Super CC shuts it down and opens the door up for a Game 2 victory and a 2-0 lead in this series. It looks like for now it's going to be a little bit of a stalemate. Breaking Shot down to low HP, could be naded in the corner there. Has to watch his 6 and his 12, I guess.
Oh, come on, Sentinels.
Breaking Shot doing a great job here to stay alive, looking for the ball trade, and he doesn't even trade out. Just gets it outright as TSS take a 2-0 lead in this series. Eli, it would have been an absolute shock to the system if you had announced that I'm taking TSS in the series. Now TSS on the verge of sweeping Sentinels? There's no way.
No, come on, Sentinels. Come on, Sentinels.
Absolutely unreal stuff out of these guys. I mean, I kind of knew this would be a tight series. Like, if Sentinels is just not playing the game, which frankly, it looks like they're not. I mean, there was a lot of situations
TSS
where
won.
It felt like Sparty finds himself in like this middle ground between 2 of his teammates that are in fights on opposite sides of the map, and he's trying to calculate like who should I help right now, and he tries to do both, and it's almost like he's doing too much. And we talk about your 25% a lot in this game, right, where you're only 25% of the team, you only got to do 25% of the work. And I saw multiple kind of overextensions from every member of Sentinels, to be frank, where it feels like they're just trying to do a little bit too much. I saw Boo trying to take 2v1 situations. I saw Falcated launching himself mid-map, trying to make some kind of hero play to secure camouflage. We saw Sparty trying to help different parts of the map simultaneously. I mean, this is just not the Sentinels we're used to seeing, but to TSS's credit, it's because of the plays that TSS are making. They're making lots of very disruptive plays where they're playing sneaky. We saw Super CC hiding in the corner.
I learned how to do that for my friends live, and I was trying to update their commands, and I understand how hard it is now, just so you know. I did it like 12 times, and I was like, update,
So lots of heads up predictions from TSS to shut down members of Sentinels early, and they're keeping them off of their A game.
This is crazy. A lot of people might have written off TSS after they lose that top performing free agent or up and coming rookie in last year's grand finals world champion. But it looks to me like they might actually even have found a better fit in Breaking Shot. And Eli, that's why I always say you can't just have 4 Lucids, 4 Royal 2s, 4 Frosties. It's not going to work out. It's all about team composition and how players complement each other. And dare I say, I'm not going to say Breaking Shot necessarily better or worse than Last Shot, but it almost looks like as far as the team, he fits in better. And here we go, Eli, great example of that situation where Sparty gets kind of caught out on an island, doesn't know which player to help. As you saw Super CC flying over his head, he couldn't even really take 100% awareness on that because of the fact he's trying to help out somebody else on his squad. Gets caught out, and Super CC in what was a really frantic, close situation in the end. It's that double kill to all but secure it here. And I love the confidence here from Breaking Shot, knowing he only needs the trade, grabs the grapple, and look at that, gets one better on Boo Boo Doo. Doesn't even go down. Adds 1 to the kill stat sheet, and my God, adds another win for TSS as we are live. Game 3, Forbidden CTF. We've seen some incredible games, at least last week. We saw a lot of sprints to the finish in the offseason, but now in these HCS Open Series, Forbidden is playing really well. I'm a big fan of this map. It looks like
I am tilted back to
Breaking Shot and the rest of TSS will win the opening break once again. They get into the base of Sentinels. And if not for another slay here, we're going to see a flag out soon for TSS. Breaking Shot with a nice little movement there. Doesn't go off the map, instead drops down. Boo Boo Doo and Lethal drop back to the respawn screen, and Sparty just has no other option but to drop to the back of his base. This pressure from TSS is too strong, and it carries through into Game 3.
We've talked about how this map produces more first-minute caps than any we've seen so far. I think Sparty understands that, trying to play defense now to prevent that from happening. This team loses the overshield.
I should add a bracket.
Very hard to play out of spawn on this map as well. Sparty does finally land a headshot. Falcated finds a kill. Now 3 dead for TSS. They're going to steal that sniper, and Falcated's in great position to spawn trap here on the flag side.
All right, here we go. We're seeing a little bit of momentum, a little bit of pressure in the base. 4 Sentinels in their favor is just looking like a tough start. Now Falcated with the jump shot there on Breaking Shot. Takes down one of their best snipes. And now Falcated could just line up his reticle.
Me and Savannah are
some spawners off the map, and then back to the respawn screen. But for now, he's just going to play gatekeeper a little bit. Nobody really wants to push into that waiting reticle of Falcated. Because of it, the push is a little slow. It looks like that flag actually gets beyond Falcated, and it's going to go in. Falcated doesn't necessarily get any snipes to score that flag, but it was just the positioning with the snipe alone strong enough to give Sentinels that 1-0 lead.
This map has so many windows of opportunity to cap flags. I've been talking about it on my stream recently. If you just get one slay at the right time, you can just start running the flag, and once you get it into that tunnel, the only way you can be stopped is if the other team overextends. So Sentinels understanding that they had just one slay on the board when they pulled the flag, but they get it all the way through. All they have to do is watch the other half of the map. They do so successfully, and now they've got another 3 dead. They could potentially go for another cap here.
TSS were able to grab the overshield, it looks like, and that stopped what would have probably been another really good pull from Sentinels. Instead, they get stopped short off the capture point.
What's happening with this series?
This flag gets stopped for now. Boo Boo Doo looking to secure the rest of it as he has some shots down onto Super CC. This flag can still continue on for Sentinels. Lethal close to the flag, but
one of the first times I've seen.
Resets.
You know,
it looks like it will. Sentinels are going to regroup for more slays, and with this positioning, though, they're in a really favorable spot.
So this could be a reverse
Love
sweep.
the way Lethal's been playing this. I mean, he's just
I've
been playing within Bubu's sightline, only pushing through when there's a damage advantage for him, just being an absolute nuisance in their base. Not really in a position to start a flag run because they haven't had several dead at the same time.
I think they're so good at capturing the flag.
Lethal has just been living right here,
maybe
using
I'm
himself
crazy,
as
but
bait,
I swear
trusting
anytime that I've
Bubu
seen them play
to help
capture
him
the flag, like, it's
survive.
usually pretty
Finally,
quick.
TSS gets some more vantage points, but he's still alive, and Falcated is getting snipes, including a no-scope for the double kill. I think this flag's going to get pulled, but they probably want to secure at least one more kill first.
Oh, there's your one more kill with a cheeky angular grenade toss there from Falcated.
Once you hold down that one corner right here and they just keep spawning out of the side. Oh, look at that angle.
For now, that flag doesn't get much further out.
Did you
see
Lethal
that? Goes down on
this is why I need to watch them
He's really
play
woken
this
up
map.
here in game 3, and I think is a big reason why Sentinels are back in the fight.
Seen a lot of good usage out of the threat sensor, by the way. New
did you see how he jumped up there on the side too?
On streets last year. Now this is the only map
that was called the Jersey box.
This is a great
Isn't
map
that what he was calling
There's
it?
lots of little nooks and crannies for players to hide. There's a lot of different lanes to get through to the other side. So just putting that down, I've seen Sentinels reveal players pretty frequently. It helps them have a bit more awareness of where their opponents are trying to go. Lethal's going to secure the OS as well. OS very powerful on this map. If he takes down Cherished, he should be able to get into the other team's base. Looks like a great defensive effort, though, from Breaking Shot to just neutralize the power of this overshield. Now, Lethal has just been, it feels like since the game started, he's just been jumping around no shields.
Yes, I did pay out the prediction. And now we're on the third one.
He's made himself such a difficult kill. He has to have the most damage taken in the lobby. I would be shocked if it was anybody else right now.
That's so funny.
And outside of the opening break win for TSS, it has been all Ubu and the rest of Sentinels in the base of TSS. Just constant pressure, never allowing TSS any room to breathe as they take down Breaking Shot quickly once again with 5 perfect shots from Bubu. Bubu looking to clean up the double, making a triple. No. Cherish shuts that down. Might go down shortly after. Lethal's down to 1 HP as well, and Mortally could come in with the bait and switch win. He does. As Mortally helps Cherish stay alive. Now has to do another bait and switch trick. Takes Sparty down. Wow, great work there from Cherished. As he works on that Breaking Shot bait and switch. A newly formed teammate there with some newly found teamwork. As Sentinels still up 1-0. TSS, this is their best press up against the Sentinels course that we've seen as there's a battle along the middle of the map. As it looks like TSS will finally regain the mid-map control.
I made a straight
down
rip
for
and
Sentinels.
post.
Falcated last player alive here on the stairs. But he gets an assist. What a huge play from Falcated. Falcated really stepping up here in game 3.
Feels like the difference maker with Sentinels is they're really valuing their lives a lot more. Like I talked about in the last game, I saw them kind of overextending in many situations, dying in spots they didn't really have to. But this game, playing their lives so efficiently, so important on this map. You get punished for dying on this game type because as soon as 1 or 2 players are dead, like I said, you can often get that flag to a position that very hard to stop it. But Sentinels just playing their life in every situation, making TSS's life much more difficult. And now they've successfully held off the push, and they're going to try to regain mid-map control.
Sentinels taking advantage of every square foot of their bases. They were along the back wall, but had some great defensive posturing as they stop any potential pull there from TSS. We saw Breaking Shot get a flag out, but he died immediately after, and now Falcated getting back to work with that snipe in his hand. Has a headshot lined up on Cherish for the double, but no, he's going to miss a couple shots. Does land the body shot. So Falcated going to win the shields battle for now. He's going to get back up to full a little bit sooner, and he's already getting back to work. Another snipe here on Super CC. Should have Sentinels back in the TSS base. You can see Mortally back against the wall, and again, the pressure continues to mount for Sentinels.
And Lethal's got this flag already home. This is going to be another cap. They go up 2-0 thanks to some massive snipes out of Falcated. We saw Sparty and Bubu, the normal snipers of this squad, not performing as well as usual in the snipe department. Falcated said, I'll step up and win this one for the squad. And 2-0 lead feels like a lot, but this map we have seen some
Bound is in the chat
comebacks.
saying that he doesn't think that this map is bad.
Oh man, yeah, SSG
Sentinels is just really good at capturing
the last minute and a half of the game, so this is not over yet. But Sentinels definitely looking a lot more composed this time around.
Yeah, Forbidden. It's a sneaky, fast map. You just look at all the space. It's a big map, you know, for what it's worth. If you just looked at the outline of it, right, the third-person Skyborn point of view. But this is a map that plays very fast. As Bubu looks to disengage quickly, but he goes down. No more snipe to work with. Actually looks like 1 shot, so you might find some value there if you're Sentinels. But it looks like TSS instead are going to push up on those members of Sentinels. It's Sparty as the last player alive, gets a slay with the chase grenade, and it takes down Cherished as well. Make it 3 with another assist.
Got the boom for a reverse sweep. Clayton, who are you cheering for this time around?
Resets the map and might even actually win that mid-map.
How are you feeling about the Optic roster, friend? Let's talk about it. We haven't talked about it much.
I love the teamwork and chemistry between Sparty and Boo Boo. I mean, we saw it throughout the offseason. These guys, incredible in twos. Feel like that teamwork has continued on in 4v4. It used to be Boo Boo and Falcated that we talked about. I mean, these guys are roommates. They live together. But it seems like Sparty and Boo Boo just have some kind of connection with one another, that they play situations so well together. And their history goes back long before Halo Infinite even came out. I mean, these guys teamed together in Halo 5, I believe also in Halo Anniversary, maybe in one of the Halo 3 throwback tournaments. So they've got a lot of history together, and I think they both think about this game in a similar fashion and work very well together.
Hell, Sentinels for me too.
3.5
Let's
left
go,
on the clock.
Clayton.
Sentinels have looked great
Let's
in their
go,
bounce back
Clayton.
game 3 match, but they go 3 down. Sparty, the last Spartan standing again for Sentinels, and he's doing such a great job holding the line, and not only that, but extending it out as he takes down Cherished. And look at this. This allows some fast, quick spawns here for Sentinels, getting them right back in the action. Sparty is the last Spartan standing a couple plays in a row where he's
shout out
in
to
a standout
LVT
play
though
and
for like
gotten his team right back in it, especially with the 2-0 lead. He's helping them feel even more comfortable
shout
with
out to
it.
them
2 more go down for
for
Sentinels.
making me an
But again,
official
because of Sparty's
co-streamer
presence in the mid-map,
for this
he's
and giving me
doing
drops.
enough.
Shout out to
Keep them at
LVT
bay.
and
Boo Boo with
HCS.
the
I love
snipe.
working with you guys.
He's put
This
into
is
work,
great.
has a
Thank you
headshot
so
on Cherished.
much.
Another player gets down to 1 HP. Another player goes down to the quick scope jump shot, lining up the reticle on Super CC for a potential triple. Could be Mortally instead, but he's going to elect to potentially earn another Odin's Ravens medal with that Threat Seeker.
Wow. Sentinels have woke up. Boo Boo is here to play. And look at this.
Look at this jump.
That's such a sick jump. I don't think I've ever done or seen that.
Boo Boo is
That's
really
so
good
tricky.
at like
It's
jumps
just quickly
and like
getting into
angles
this
on
position.
maps.
I was
And
gonna say, I don't think
absolutely
Sentinels are
love,
even opting to try to get this cap, but in this moment, there's no reason not to, right? They've got several
like watch him play
Might as
and
well
see
run it. It
those.
felt like
I
they were
feel
mostly
like
just
the
playing
first
to
time I
keep
ever saw somebody jump with
TSS
a
in their
repulse was
base.
because
If
of
TSS
him.
can
It was
never
on the
get out of their
pit,
base, how could they possibly win this game? But look at this.
like right
TSS
above
forcing
runway.
a flagpole.
And I thought it was
Might
so
not have
cool,
been
so
the
I
right
tried
time to
it.
do
I
so.
went
He
to
gets
the
shut
map
down
and I
and
tried it. I have a
Boo Boo's gonna
video
elect to
on my.
throw the last
I saved
bullet
on my
of the sniper
Xbox,
off.
but
Super
he's one
CC
of
is
my
gonna secure
favorites.
the
Like
kill,
I
but
watch
is it
certain
gonna be
players for
enough? It
certain
looks like this cap
reasons.
could very well just
And,
go in as long as they can
I
get
like
this
to watch
return.
because I think the way that he
But they're
moves
gonna have
and
to deal with Super
the
CC
like,
first.
I don't want to.
Sentinels on the verge of scoring and ending this game as they do, in fact, take it 3-0. And if it's 3 more in a row for them,
let's go,
they'll have the
Sentinels. All right,
reverse
so let's pay
sweep
out this
in
prediction
hand.
for LVT.
Something I'm sure every Sentinels fan in chat is hoping and praying for as they start that reverse sweep road with a 3-0 win in Game 3.
Wow, wow, wow. Impressive bounce back. You know what I noticed? I really think it was just a change in philosophy. Let's just play our lives better. Let's milk our lives. Maybe they recognize that TSS is playing too aggressive when they have shield advantages. So just recognizing, okay, if we milk our lives and team shoot the players that chase us, we're going to be able to play these situations a lot better. And Sentinel's looking dominant. Now, that's a very different map. You know,
someone's comment on here that got held. I'm going to read it to you guys. It says,
the veteran
Sparty's
mentality
melee
plays
made the
into
meat sack
Sentinel's
punch
favor.
sound.
You know, players like Lethal have played on Narrow, Sanctuary for years. So obviously they're going to know how to play on a map that kind of blends those two maps together.
Chat is so crazy
the question
sometimes.
is,
Literally,
will they be able
John,
to
I know
maintain their
that you
lives
just see some
and play
crazy
these
stuff being
situations
a
as
mod.
well going into the rest of the series? That's what they're going to have to do to bring
Sometimes
this
people type
reverse
stuff and I'm
sweep
like, you did not have to say
fruition.
that. You did not have to say that.
I think for me, my biggest takeaway was how Sentinels flexed the muscles that we're used to seeing them with when we see them compete, either on the HCS main stage or even here online in these HCS Open Series. A plus 19 kill differential translates into objective efficiency with that 3-0 win, and that was not the case in that game 1 or 2 where they took the L's. And like you said, a lot of overextensions, a lot of last Spartan standing plays that ended up leading to a staggered out blender type of spawn. Here in Game 3, it was Boo Boo Doo Boo surviving his last Spartan standing, extending things. Sparty doing the same thing. So a much different Sentinels there in Game 3. And if they carry it to Game 4, it's more and more likely that we get a Game 5. But we can't get too ahead of ourselves. What's the key here? If you're TSS, I want to talk about TSS from their point of view. Eli, you're looking to shut the door on an opponent who, based on power rankings and even seeding, is better than you. How do you do it?
I mean, you got to play the chess game the way that Sentinels is playing the chess game against them, right? I mean, this is a game type where your rotations and transitions from one hill to the next are so important. And you know, with players like Boo Boo Doo on the squad and Chig in the comms, Chig, their coach, of course, you know that these guys are going to be thinking ahead of you in every situation. So you've got to think ahead of their play as well and shut down those rotations. You've got to earn map space ahead of time as the hill moves.
We're just big chilling right now.
You got to also control the power weapons. I mean, that last game,
doing a little mini watch party,
in the hands
watching
of
LVT.
But if in this game they are able to control the shock rifle and the camouflage, that can be one way to shut Sentinels down.
All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Solitude King of the Hill. We've got a new hill. No longer top mid where camo spawns. That was a reckless and chaotic starting cap point for HCS. You usually see a minute or two drained off the clock now. A lot of mid plays much more fluidly and feels even with the rest of
but I'm a
the
really
hills
big
in terms
Sentinels
of
and
difficulty to
SSG
acquire
fan.
as Boo Boo Doo acquires that camo and shock off the start. Look at this, he's getting in the hill as well.
I said
think
native.
That's bait. He just wants to light up the hill.
I said native.
Pull some players in for
I'm more
TSS
so like
he's done just that.
Like I'm an APG fan over a native fan. Does that make sense?
Camo does dissipate though. He's gonna reposition. No point in putting himself in a compromised location, like we said.
I have
staying
to do a
alive
revisit
with the
and
power
see who's
weapons
playing
was
that I
a
remember.
major difference maker in the last game, and I have to imagine Boo Boo's looking to do the same. Just setting up to try to get some kills while his teammate gets hill time.
FaZe is Renegade,
Boo Boo
Frosty,
locking down
Snakebite,
the top location
and,
as his team locks down the hill. Nice headshot there.
Who am I missing?
Cherish takes him down. Sentinel starting extremely strong here
Renegade,
in this game 4.
Snakebite,
50% enrolling
Frosty.
on that first hill, and with Boo Boo Doo occupying this space with the snipe that you can't peek.
Why am I
Otherwise, he'll take your head.
Oh,
so
Royal
Boo Boo
2,
Doo doing a
what the
great
hell?
job playing defensively,
Oh
but
my
Cherish gets
gosh.
the opening break slay. That's going to lead to a numbers
That's so
advantage
bad.
for TSS to get their first points on
He's
the
one of
board.
my faves.
But for
Shout out
now,
to the short king. I'm
Boo
so
Boo Doo's
sorry.
going to stay alive here at the
I
back
don't mean
of
no
seat.
harm. Just I'm a little.
Actually,
don't mean
massive
no
for him
harm.
to stay alive
Don't
in
mean
this
no harm.
moment. Knows he
And
doesn't
then
want the shock
Optic
rifle to
now
change hands. All they have to
is,
do is get a pick or two, and they can
Dead
collapse
Zone,
on the
who was
rest
formerly
of
Penguin from
TSS.
SSG
We were
Cloud9.
just holding down the snipe side of the map. It's going to make it very difficult for TSS to feel comfortable on the map. They do get a kill
Lucid and
though.
Trippy.
They have to get out of the hill in the
Space
meantime.
Station is
Try to secure
Bound,
the map.
Stellar,
So this is
Eco,
actually
and
very well
Legend
played
from
by
Quadrant.
TSS. Opting to get out of the hill, that means that there's one less player on your team whose
Native
location is
Gaming
revealed.
going to be
Try to win the high ground
Midwin,
advantage, and
collect
as soon as a few
APG,
members of their team die, they get
it's
out. And
said
Super
to be
CC now getting a
barcode,
double
but
kill
I don't
from
really
the
think they've
hill
put out
means that
any,
they could
like,
have a good
official
chance to close out this
statement
first hill.
Barcode is an
Impressive
Australian
bounce back
player
here
who
from
last year
TSS
also
as we
played
saw
on Native
Sentinels
Gaming
rolling
over on a North
to
American
about the
team,
60% mark
but
they're
then went
at
back
right
to
now, but it's been
Australia,
all
had some
TSS
visa
ever
problems,
since.
got his
3
visa
more go down
figured
for
out, and now
Sentinels.
he's ready to
Falcon,
come
last player
back.
alive, and that is not going to be enough to stop TSS from scoring first, despite the good start from Sentinels.
Today, Native is playing
Not only that, but
with
they
a
are
sub
in the next
because
hill and
Barcode
have
is
the
not
new
in the
camo.
United
They've played the
States.
transition much better
can't play with them
than Sentinels.
until
To
next
get
week, probably.
3 or 4 dead as the hill moves is best
Oh,
case
come
scenario
on.
for the team
No.
that's getting the capture, and they're continuing to roll. Super CC now has free reign of the entire map. He can completely rotate
Flex Sweets
to the
yesterday
other
were
side. He knows
hilarious.
his positioning is likely to spawn his opponents
My comment
into
had
the
one was
snipe
like,
lifts.
bye, K.
It's going to sit in this spot to make those players' lives more difficult, but look at this. Sentinel shutting him down immediately. It's a good start to their opening break here.
What a great play there from Super CC. I love the prioritization of opponents. Gets one shot into the full shielded opponent, then pushes into A to take down 2 at 1 HP. Great recognition of the situation there. But it's Sentinels here finding their footing, getting back in the mix. They take 2 down for TSS, but still milking time is Super CC.
I should have,
and he's
but I
going to
didn't
take
do
down
it. I'm so
Sparty
sorry.
with a grenade and score more. Potentially even the finality of the hill, but no, Falcon comes in screaming and stops what looks like one more second, but not for long as TSS go up 2-0 in this game 4. Sentinels, where did they go after that hot start? It's been all TSS ever since, but here's their best chance. Boo Boo Doo has the shock back in his hands, and 3 go down for TSS. How do they play with this map control?
The only good news for Sentinels is there's still a lot of time on the clock, so the comeback is feasible. The work is cut out for them, but can they do it? You do get a perfect reversal, has the shock rifle, and soon to be camo as well. These are definitely the conditions you're looking for if you're a Sentinels fan for them to come back in this game. This hill is hard to lock down, but so far they've done a fantastic job of doing so. They've forced these spawns into the tram side, and they're watching all possible exit points for them to get out.
Sentinels bouncing back.
Dude, John is going to war with stream. wrecked my stream
Boo
elements.
the last waning seconds of
I
camo.
appreciate
Lines
you
up the
so
red
much.
breaking shot. Now
He's literally going to
Super
war for
CC as
me
well.
right
He
now,
can get
dude.
it. 2 C's in his
My
name and 2 kills for
nemesis.
Boo Boo. Has Sentinels back on the board, 2-1. No chase comes out for Cherish. Times it well instead. Gets a nade onto Boo Boo. And then gets cleaned up, does Cherish. So a nice play there by Cherish for staying alive. But Boo Boo does one better.
Wow, this game has turned on its head. It's been almost all Sentinels ever since this third hill transitioned.
My door's
TSS
closed.
struggling to find even a single kill. It's been all Sentinels with this shock rifle that camo making a big factor as well.
I need to redo a YouTube video. I need
right
to push
now,
out a YouTube
TSS
video
have to figure out how they want to approach the situation. They probably want to take care of Boo Boo first. That's why they move in this direction, and Cherish does so despite being at a disadvantage in that situation, having no thrust, taking out the thrust player. And
I think I'm going to do, because I have questions on this advantage and get the most out of it. I think I'm going to do one individual one on Boo Boo, and then I'll do one individual one on Spartan, and then I'll put them together as a duo and do another one with a duo, so I get like 3 videos out of it. What do you think?
Boo Boo on top of that, as the sniper will head back to the respawn screen up in the next 30 seconds or so, as breaking shot finds the back of Boo Boo. Does not take down that second opponent, but
I'm also recording this whole series,
should have it,
and I think I'm going to upload the whole series on my YouTube channel.
Goes down there as Lethal stays
so
alive.
I have like the whole entire series that I can upload
for now.
so people can go back and look for my watch parties.
With some great grenades, they push Cherish out of the hill, but Cherish does a good job to stay alive and deal some extra damage before being taken out. Get 2 players in one shot at the loop, and this looks like a good opportunity for TSS to get more hill time, but Boo Boo, last player alive over here, can he make a hero play? No, it's Ultra CC. He's not Super CC anymore. This man is popping off 13 and 9. I feel like this man has evolved in the offseason, man. He's got to change the tag. He's more than super. He's been insane.
I don't know if they would.
And it wasn't just a battle for the hill there. It was a battle to earn favorable
specifically, you know what I mean?
A. Getting right back into the mix.
But I am an official co-streamer for it, so I don't see why they would.
Super CC. We're about virtually tied on this hill. Falcated with an opening break slay. Takes down Super CC. And this will start the scoring here for Sentinels. One final push for TSS, but we're tied 2-2.
Look at this. TSS with a great push. Boo Boo, the last player alive. I think he knows it. He's going to just try to stay alive, gatekeep the hill. Lots of grenades blowing up in the hill. He finds a shock rifle. Can he put it to work? He really needs to keep them from capping this. He's got the repulsor, uses it to stay alive. He also buys enough time for Falcated to show up, but TSS is still in the hill. They don't need much time to finish this off, but this fight is going to be so crucial. Whoever wins this fight's going to win this hill.
Oh, Boo Boo on the flank. Boo Boo stays alive with full shields, and now we're tied 2-2. Sentinels come right back after an 0-2 deficit. They score 2 in a row to make this one hell of a game 4. 2 minutes left on the clock. And this next hill going to be crucial. It's not a next hill win scenario, but you're going to want to make sure you get this one as Boo Boo looks to push up on the poster side of the map to secure a couple slays, but for now, he's got the hill.
Let's go, Sentinels.
So important to lock down early, but Cherish was just waiting in the lift. He lifts up, gets a kill, shuts down the hill player.
Just make sure it's kosher before posting.
No, Falcated shot, too powerful.
I've had one in the past.
Both teams really fighting for the shock rifle. Tries to repulse a grenade just to make himself that more difficult of a kill. Sentinels coming off spawn, immediately applying pressure from the glass part of the map. Grenades exploding everywhere, but breaking shot somehow staying alive despite being hit by what looked like 4 different grenades.
I like that, like purple color.
All of a sudden, full shields, but look how much time he's accumulated while Sentinels is trying to get map control.
While Sentinels has map control, I'd argue, Eli. They had 2-3 dead for TSS. They do again, and now here we go. Sentinels starting to turn the motor as they have camo.
Am I gonna say this right? Is it like?
And this would be huge.
Shieldsy?
In the grand scheme of things to hopefully send us to that game 5.
I was about to say Shadazy. You are fire. I like playing free for all with you when we do it and stuff like that.
Mortally goes down, doesn't need any help.
I'm not anywhere near as good as what you are, but it's really, really good practice for me, and I hope I improve. So it's really cool to share a lobby with you with fire, absolute fire.
Third hill for Sentinels. Great process there from Sparty.
You know what I mean?
That's a great example where you don't necessarily need to get 3 or 4 kills with ammo to have it be valuable. You just need to be a
Sentinels. We just kept that hill.
3 to 4 kills. That's exactly what we saw there from Sparty.
Oh my god, the way he just stayed alive right there, I think he might be the only player on Earth that could have stayed. He had to shoot 2 different players off of him while one shot, descoping them, just out shooting them across the map. Somehow finds a positioning to stay alive throughout the process, and that's a massive reason why Sentinels have had control of this game. Just little plays like that to stay alive and apply maximum pressure. But it's Super CC now in the hill.
You see all the tape on my mirror?
His teammates are getting taken down, though. He also gets taken down. Sentinel's going to try to fight for high ground as they get some more hill time. Sparty choosing to sit back here in the hotel side. He knows this player is somewhere around snipe. Here's the lift sound, gets the grenade down. Breaking shot gets taken out, and all of a sudden Sentinels could close the door on this game if they can just continue to slay out here.
Come on, Sentinels.
Let's go, Sentinels. On what's been a great comeback here in this particular game. You thought TSS go up 2-0. They're closing the door on this Sentinels team. But again, this shows why it's so difficult for underdogs to take down, well, better opponents. It's just so difficult. They have another gear. They seem to really turn things up, and that adrenaline hits. My God,
go, Sentinels.
Guys like Sparty and teams like Sentinels, as they seem to have forced what could be a game 5 here, needing a couple more seconds on this bottom mid hill. Mortally last player alive, but he gets cleaned up to the triple kill from Lethal. What a way to secure game 4, as it looks like we're gonna head to a do or die decisive game 5.
Let's go, Sentinels.
I've expected this, right? I mean, it's not over. Okay, now it's
go,
over. But
Sentinels.
I mean, look at this, man. Back against the wall.
Is this
Sentinels
a reverse sweep right now?
The last 2 games, absolutely dominating.
All right, let's
in
play
that
this
third
out.
game. This game looked quite dominant as well. Yes, TSS got those first 2 hills and were firmly in control, but Sentinels never wavering. They said, yeah, okay, they got the first 2, but guess what? As soon as we get map control, we're going to come right back into this, forcing this game 5. And you don't make it to more grand finals than Lethal without having some ice in the veins, right? Like, how many reverse sweeps do we think Lethal has had throughout his career? This man's been playing since the beginning of time. Like, I don't understand how he's able to maintain and replicate success time and time again, but they know how to come out with wins. But can they do it on Aquarius TS? TSS, one of those kind of dark horse teams that I feel like could certainly steal a Slayer from any team, including FaZe or SSG. It doesn't matter who they're playing. There's so much talent on their roster that if they can get some early control and some weapons to their name, they could upset just about anybody. So Sentinel's going to have to play the chess game here and make sure they close the series out if they're going to create this reverse comeback.
If LVT Halo has 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If LVT has 1 viewer in chat, wait, what?
Holy crap.
They do have 1 viewer in chat. That makes that makes for an odd copy pasta meme that's actually come to life. Not sure how we have 2,000 subs on the channel, but only 1 viewer. That doesn't make sense, Twitch. As a little bit of weirdness going on, but I think, Eli, we embrace the weirdness, and we embrace an incredible series here. 2 in a row for TSS, 2 in a row for Sentinels. Where does this thing go for game 5?
Man, I don't know. I feel like it could definitely go either way. Like I said, the team that wins this opening break gonna come out to a hot start. Whoever gets that overshield and heat wave, they can earn mid-map control, start predicting the spawns, start collapsing in on the base spawns, forcing fridge spawns that are very hard to get out of. But I'm looking to see which one of these teams can play better out of those spawn positions, which team can bait the other ones to come in and push, which teams are going to overextend and make more mistakes, because I mean, this is a war of attrition at this point. These players are all so good. It's going to just come down to who makes less mistakes at the end of the day.
All right, prediction is live in the chat. And I want to see what the pulse of the community looks like.
Hey, cool. He fixed it. I was really worried. I was like, oh no.
Oh, that was the previous one. We just got a new poll started. So yeah, get involved. Gamble those LVT gamble points away.
I got so scared. I thought I just messed up the LVT chat thing. Listen, last week I almost paid out points to the wrong people.
House money on Sentinels. Vegas would tell you to go with them, but TSS bouncing right back. Now down to 30%, 70-30 split. I think that's a pretty fair representation of where people feel like this one could go, but we started off this series saying, Eli, don't be surprised if TSS are able to upset Sentinels. This is a team that was upsetting squads last week, albeit with last shot. But now with breaking shot, you could argue he might fit in even better, it looks like, to this TSS roster. Going to be really curious to see how that develops throughout the course of the year.
Oh my God, I just burped so loud,
like
and I really hope that you guys didn't hear that. Normally I don't burp loud like that. That was crazy.
Making sure that they have as optimal of a setting as possible for what is an absolutely crucial Game 5 here coming up.
65-35 now. It's about a 2-1 favorite for Sentinels. I mean, you can kind of see why. They're not only the higher seed, but they've also got the momentum in this reverse sweep setup we've got here. TSS kind of have to figure out what's been going wrong the last couple of games. Also, what was going right those first 2 games. If they're able to kind of right the ship here and just force Sentinels to play a game they're not comfortable with, it's one of the ways they could win. But I don't know, man. The momentum in this game is so powerful, right? Like, even going from one game to the next with how strong Sentinels look towards the end of game 4, I have to imagine if they can maintain that momentum, they're going to come out hot in this game 5.
Wow, and look at this, Eli. The prediction's gotten even closer to 50-50, 58-42. Oh, wow. Impressive. TSS have done a lot in a matter of 1 week to earn a lot of fans here in the HCS community. But don't forget, this is a TSS roster that qualified for Worlds HCS Season 1, and that's with one of the members on the team right now. That's Mortally. So love to see that.
Because everybody knows, actually, I don't even want to say this in a YouTube video, but one time I accidentally, it's going to be there forever. One time I accidentally farted on camera.
New roster. This is not a new organization, so don't be as surprised by what we're seeing here. I think TSS could absolutely duplicate these results on land, but I can't wait to see who wins this Game 5. And it seems like players on both teams are resetting PCs just to make sure this one's about as clean and fair as possible, and admire that. Love to see that. That's all we want here in Game 5 is a good fight.
This TSS roster definitely one that has the makeup of upset potential. I mean, like we said, ever since I first watched Mortally play, I knew there was something special about this guy. He's young, he's driven, he's extremely talented. He plays seemingly all day, every day. I feel like this man is in every matchmaking game I ever see on any top player stream. He's just always in there. So, he's been putting in the work. Breaking shot, similar story. I mean, this guy's been working his way up the ranks. Got top 12, I think, might have been his best land performance so far, but we've always known he's been capable of more than that. And Super CC, man, this guy's just been leveled up since the Bandit came out. There's a lot of players that favor the single shot weapons. I mean, you could say the same thing about several members of Sentinels, right? Like, they're just ready to make waves in the next season.
Well, I just got accused of not being subscribed to LVT by Tools, and I got timed out for it. So, I mean,
that's crazy.
People complain about like not having to see ads. I just got timed out and unsubscribed. So I got it worse than anybody else, man. This is tough over here, as I've been timed out for 600 seconds. But we are live, Game 5. A hot start here for Sentinels, 5-1. And I imagine they might have even won Overshield as well. Sparty looking to push in through the generator side of the map. Goes down, and for now, TSS settle things down, 5-3.
Continue to roll a little bit here, 6-3. Positioning looking in favor of Sentinels right now. They've kind of got TSS locked into this fridge side. Mortally, the only player that's not trapped on that side of the map. Looks like he's going to use his positioning to try to get some cover fire for his squad, but so far unable to find a target. Boo-Boo's going to take down Breaking Shot. Falcated now takes down Super CC, and it's the rest of TSS just scurrying into this base, and this is not where you want to be. This map often spawns you right next to your teammates. Sentinels knows that, and they're going to set up a push here as lethal as the heat wave.
Yo, and it would just straight say, yo, you just gifted a
spawns stronger on Aquarius than other maps
of legends. Thank you so much. Thanks for the kind words and appreciate it. GG's. No, thank you. Listen, you can add me on Xbox if you want. I don't know if you're on Xbox or PC, but I would love to
Super
just
CC, he goes down. Lethal goes down shortly after 12-7 here, as Sentinels have regained that 5-kill lead off
or something like that. I do custom lobbies a lot too. There's a lot of people of like all skill levels who join. I try to let everybody of all skill levels join, you know. But there is the occasional pro that pops in
the other. He does
on their Smurf or even sometimes on their
on the P side. They want to control
actual gamer tag that plays.
Overshield comes up, but it looks like TSS spawning.
Feel free to pop in if you ever see them in the custom browser. It's usually always on Aqua.
We're gonna try to overwhelm Falcated and get this Overshield.
I would say let's run ranked, but ranked really screwed me
actually
over
goes down. No, it's a last second stop by Sentinels, and they're going to be the ones with the Overshield. Looks like Sparty the one that has it, and they get a clean 4 dead. Are they going to find the spawns quickly and collapse here?
More often than not, Game 5s come down to the ice, and more often than not, the ice comes down to the experience, and Sentinels have so much more of that. And it's reflecting in this score, 20-12, a 2-team-wide lead here for Sentinels, as they're looking to shut the door on TSS and leave no question as to who the better team is. Sparty hanging out for now in the generator. allowing his teammates to regroup on
My
the
gamer
top
tag's
mid
the same
car
as
side
this,
of
just
the
2
map. You got a
lives.
player P1 as well for Sentinels. And more of TSS spawning off their back foot of yellow, Eli. They've not been able to get out of this location.
Let's go, Sentinels.
Look at this, though. Sparty in games 1 and 2 probably would have just gone in and died, but I think he's getting comms from his teammates like, hey, you're pushed quite a far away from us. So he actually backtracks towards his squad.
Let's go,
They're not going to get
Sentinels!
overzealous and push into
Shit on
TSS without the situation favoring them. So
them.
love to see the discipline here, and it's continuing to pay off.
But seriously.
Boo-boo dooboo.
Boobity doobity.
Patented 6 assists. And he's positive here. And that's a little bit of a difference, too, from game 1, right? Where Boo Boo was, I think, 1 6 and
10
4,
kills
now
right now.
4 6
Crazy.
and 2. So he's getting his assist. He's contributing positively to that KD ratio. And Slay disparity as well. And in Slayer, where the objective is to do just that,
it's like
Boo Boo having himself
a 9-kill
hell of a
lead
game.
right now. Oh.
Absolutely, not just him.
But
the
usually
whole
around
Sentinels
that is like
roster
when I
really
feel like it
stepping
starts
up,
to get tricky. You're
especially
either gonna catch
Lethal
up or
with
you're
10
not gonna
kills,
catch
7
up.
deaths, so he's been in the mix. Most kills and most deaths. Lethal definitely one of those players that just gets into the fight,
What's chat
makes sure
saying?
that
Chat's
he does
going,
enough
oops, I hit a
damage
button. Chat's going
for his
crazy in
teammates to
LVT
follow
right
up
now.
at the very least. But in this case, he's also finishing the kills. How are they going to play with this overshield coming up, though? They're kind of not in great positions in the base here. Overshield coming up right now. They're going to start moving towards it. Getting a slay for both teams. Looks like they're kind of using it as bait. This player playing body
Come on,
blocker actually
Sentinels.
gets the assassination on Sparty, and now all of a sudden TSS with both overshield and 4 alive, including the heat wave with breaking shot. Absolutely insane shots with
That
the
was
heat
a
wave.
crazy
That's
shot with
not
the
hard,
meat
or,
wave,
sorry,
I'm not
not
even gonna
easy
lie.
to do. That gun is a bit inconsistent at times online, but breaking shot finding the 2-tap.
He's still got half an OS to work with, Eli. Oh my God, I thought for sure the overshield would have been depleted by now. But instead, it's the lead depleting
Oh
for
my
Sentinels.
God,
Only
Sentinels,
up by
come
2
on.
kills. It was just a 2-possession, 8-kill game. And in one fell swoop of the overshield, I should say especially, TSS are right back in it. Mortally at bottom mid. Spots Falcated down to 1 HP. Mortally a little precarious with the half shields as well. Wants to regroup with a teammate here at the top side of P. And now we can see a 2v2 ensue, but it's cross map where the shots are doing the most damage. Super CC ping in the blue courtyard, and breaking shot finds his fight. Lethal goes down, and now TSS are tied 28 all.
Look at this rotation from
Wow, that
Mortally.
was a
They
fire
saw what was
rotation,
going on. They
true.
saw Sentinels kind of spreading out along the blue side of the map. Mortally
Come on,
sees an opening,
Sentinels.
says, hey, push this with me through the car side. Able to get in and clean up that last player. That's going to steal the lead away. But now they find themselves all on the fridge side. I'm not a fan of this positioning, but Super CC finds a kill.
Stuck him.
All members of both teams seemingly here on the P side fighting for control of it. You would think the overshield's coming up, but
This is so close. Come
it's
on,
not.
Sentinels.
Now all of a sudden,
Ice
with
up.
25 seconds before
Ice
overshield
up.
comes up, it's once again tied. This next overshield going to be so crucial here.
How did we get to this moment in the match? Not going to ask questions for now. Instead, we're just going to enjoy this incredible Halo on your screen as Boo Dooba getting some cross-map shots with the battle rifle. Effective with the use of that Season 1 and 2 starting weapon. As another overshield is up
on,
in
Boo-Boo.
5, but with 3 seconds left now, 3 go down for TSS. That should give the OV to Sentinels.
Look at that. Boo just
Good
trades
job,
the
they got
last
that
player.
OV. That's
Or
important.
sorry, Boo
That's
gets
very
the
key right
overshield
there.
while Falcated trades the last player. He's going to find the
No!
stars, but immediately gets taken down. Player was hiding in the fridge. Gets the
Oh,
melee
no.
cherished. Huge play to shut down Boo. That could have gone really poorly for TSS if Boo was allowed to maintain that overshield any longer. But look at the positioning. They've got TSS trapped. They're swarming from all angles here. Rest of Sentinels flanking in through the back of the base. Super CC on top of it, though, shuts down Falcated. Sparty finds a kill. A lot of these trades going back and forth all play to the favor of Sentinels, who are getting
Come on,
closer and closer to that
Sentinels. You can do
50-yard line.
this.
Sentinels have regained the lead, and it
Let's
could be
go.
by multiple
Let's go,
possessions. If they clean up
Sentinels.
the yellow base, they do. 5 kills, 2 team wipes now needed for TSS to cleanly get back in this one. And heading into the 40s, they're running out of time and space.
Game
Lethal
went 3-0
looking to push
against
up on that
Ego
P side
7,
of
and
the
then
map.
Passion
And
United,
again,
and then
this is where
Cookies
Sentinels have
up against
dominated
Rebellion.
TSS
Ooh.
off the back foot at the back of flag. They go 2 down once again. Sentinels have done a great job
Come
in
on,
sequences
Sentinels.
and situations like this, and they're continuing on here with the ice in the end game.
This is a reverse sweep,
This has
baby.
been a positioning difference.
Let's go, Sentinels.
Hunter,
5
this has been
kills. You can
insane.
do it.
They've been treating TSS like sheep, and they are the shepherds, just constantly swarming from all
Quit playing
sides,
with
just
your
leaving
food.
TSS
Just get it
no
over
escape
with.
options throughout many of these plays. Finally, TSS have some space to work with. Can they get much out of
Oh,
it, though?
come on,
Now down by
Sentinels.
6. They're going to have to go on a roll, but Sparty's not going to make it easy.
Cannot trade out if you're TSS, and Sentinels are almost forcing situations where you see a trade follow up shortly after. 46 to 40 here. as Sentinels need one more team wipe to come back in this one. TSS down by a count of 6. Need to play some clean Halo here. Again, cannot see a trade in the feed. You need to see nothing but blue light up in the feed as Breaking Shot gets the kill party. But there we go. Again, Sentinels doing a great job to force those trades.
Go, Sentinels.
Only 2 more to win game 5.
Wow, the ice is too much as Sentinels take the series. The reverse sweep
with that reverse sweep, absolutely incredible.
What an impressive bounce back for Sentinels.
Let's go. That was phenomenal.
Wow, 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 wow. What an unbelievable series,
baby.
Sentinels secure the reverse sweep. TSS,
reverse sweep by Sentinels,
team you gotta
baby.
keep an eye on. I can't wait to see their progression throughout the preseason because this is the team that we're seeing. Despite losing last shot, Breaking Shot seems to fit in really well.
I love that. Good job. GG's to Sentinels today. That was a really good reverse sweep. I'm really happy.
Good
job
on that incredible series.
Good series.